Welcome back to the Pop-Up Podcast here at When Words Collide 2025. I am your host, Lucas, and with me is...
Bill Leesman.
Bill, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. It's a great energy in this room and throughout the conference, so I'm really excited.
Well, it's great to have you here with me. Would you consider yourself a writer, or are you more of a reader?
That's a great question. I used to be more of a reader. Now I'm more of a writer, and because I'm a writer, when I try to read, I get distracted and go, "Oh, that's a good thing to add in. Those are good ideas, good directions to go."
The folly of getting the behind-the-scenes look.
Yeah, exactly.
So for anyone out there curious, what's some of the stuff that you've written over the years?
I've got 3 books published.
Oh, wow.
I call them the Brad Stockman Adventures. They're a little bit of a conspiracy thriller along the lines of Dan Brown, but with some magical realism in them.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a little bit of a twist than just the historical components.
Oh, very cool. Would you say when you write, you usually stick towards a certain type of genre, or did you kind of branch out a little bit?
I get an idea of what the book would be about, and then it just kind of rolls from there.
Okay. And you said you started out more as a reader and then became a writer. What kind of got you to make that transition? What inspired you to just jump into writing?
Well, I used to own a bookstore.
Okay.
And when I was working, I read a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I read every day. And then I finally thought, maybe that could be me one day, to write a book. And so that's where I started. And
okay.
That's how I transitioned into that idea. But it was a long, long transition.
All right. Well, humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
So here at When Words Collide, have you been showing off some of your work to people coming and going? Have you been promoting some of the stuff you've been working on?
Well, I would like to promote more. I've got to get better at it. People that I've sat next to have asked me about my book, so I happen to have brought one and brought it with me and showed it to them. So yeah, a little bit of both, but mostly just learning.
Nice. And speaking of learning, would you say you had said that all your reading had inspired you to get into writing, but when it came to that period where you began, would you say you had any core inspirations, whether it be another piece of work or a writer, that kind of inspired you?
It was a combination of inspirations from writing and what I was doing at the time. So I used to read a lot of Stephen King and adventure stories like that, so that's where I got my thoughts about I'd like to write something like that.
Okay.
But then I was also working, not just in the bookstore, but I was also working in the numismatic world.
Ah, okay.
People that don't know what that is, it's the study of coins. And I used to come across coins that were very, very old, and I used to think, where did they travel throughout their own lifespan? And so that's where the idea was, what if I followed the story of a coin throughout its history?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And when it comes to the adventure books, like the trilogy that you had written, do you usually build off of a single idea? I've talked to a couple other people, and I've heard a couple different answers, whether they start with an idea for a certain scene and build off of that, or just a character. What if you were to start writing a book? What's your starting point?
I start with the basic idea at the start of the book, and I'll usually have an end. The very last chapter, if it would go there, kind of, and then I build a calendar out, and each person that is a main character in the calendar, I build a time frame.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Very technical. Interesting.
Very technical. It's not really a planner, because once I get into the chapter, of course, the chapter goes wherever it's going to take.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Yeah, kind of fleshing out characters as you go, I suppose.
Well, when I first started writing, I got about 50 pages in and then hit a roadblock. Had no idea where to go. So once I broke through that roadblock by building the calendar, it allowed me to take logically through the whole end of the book.
Okay, very interesting. Do you have any books or ideas that you're currently cooking up, or something you might want to try exploring in the future?
I've got 2 serial killer murder mysteries going on right now.
Okay.
One's in editing right now. The other one's about halfway done.
Nice.
So that's my most recent projects.
Okay, that's very exciting. Do you think by next When Words Collide, we might be seeing some of that?
They're supposed to be out, I'm hoping, by the end of the year for at least one, and then shortly after number 2 would be out.
Nice. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And the trilogy that you had mentioned that you had initially written, would you ever consider kind of exploring more and of the characters in that world, or bringing them back for another round?
I've had people ask me if they would keep going. It's got a logical end.
Okay.
But it also is a little bit of a door open to further stories.
Yeah. If someone wanted to find your work, where would you recommend they go?
Well, there's two places. Of course, if they want to learn more about me and the works, you can go to my website. It's leesman.ca, leesman.ca.
All right.
They're also available on Amazon.
Okay.
And so if you go to Amazon, you can look up my name, which is Leesman, Leesman, and you'll find the Apocalypse series.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm definitely going to check out your work after this because it sounds super interesting. And yeah, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on?
I just appreciate the opportunity to sit down.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure having you.